Okay, sir.
So I say good morning and welcome to this last interaction for today. Our course still remain Hospitality and Tourism Management, TSM 348. It's a 2-unit course which we have looked at the industry overview where we discussed the tourism and the hospitality industry. We also checked the history, how it all began, how the word hospitality came about. We have also looked at the developments in the industry, starting from the early times when the caravans were walking, till when the railways came to be. We also looked at the type of accommodation that existed from the beginning till the time we started having the hotels and the catering services. So these developments took us far to a point. There were revolutions, and the industry continued to grow from strength to strength, providing food, accommodation, and transport. We have also looked at the history of restaurant from the French Revolution to the time of American Revolution in the 1533. Growing to the point of the early 18th centuries. How all these functions. We identified two major facts, which is the provision of accommodation and the provision of the catering, that is the food. We also understood the organization of the hospitality and tourism. Where we look at the factors that are involved in the industry, getting from the fast food, the restaurant, the outdoor caterings, to all the necessities needed for the parks and recreations. We also looked at the hospitality employment categories. Why we need who we need in the industry. Why is it that person? At what time do we need this person? What are the specialties of this person? And that brought us to the model of the operation, where we talked about the back house and the front house. The back house comprising of the storage, food production, cleaning, and laundry. While the front house looked at the reception, the restaurant, the bar, and the lounge. We furthermore looked at how this function which there is reservation, reception, and overnight. This is the links on how reservations are made. Now we have payment, which is linking the person who is staying overnight and the person who is taking the services of the bar, the room service, the laundry service, the telephone, conference facilities, banquet facilities, and leisure. All those graphs and models are very important for us to look at. We also look at the impact of the changing traveling pattern and modes of travel on the hospitality. When we started seeing that cars started up, we also started knowing that there will be change in the industry, bringing the restaurants, the hotels close to us. So that was the first topic we treated. And I want us to reason with it and know what to talk about. That is why I said it's more of an interaction class than teaching. So do we have anything to contribute to say about that? The first class.
Hello, sir.
I'm with you.
I said no.
Okay.
My is not.
Okay. So the question I will be asking is that, have you been able to read through the notes and listen to the recorded classes?
No, I've not been able to go to the note, but I will do that on Thursday and Friday because I've already taken permission from work that won't be coming so that I can have enough time to do that.
The time you will have, will you be able to go through first class, second class, till the last class and be able to prepare for your exam on the 13th?
Yes, that's why I took off for Thursday and Friday.
Okay. You have a lot to cover from what you are saying now, because there are much you need to be able to look at. There are much you need to be able to understand. And I think if you can cope with it, I believe I made the class very simple. The recorded ones and the materials, as you may have them. So I hope you will be able to get through them then and read through, listen very carefully, then watch the papers or how they are made at the presentations. There are some charts, there are some graphs, there are some things you need to be able to work on. The question will come in different views. So you have to make sure you are understanding it the way they are. And you need to prepare. I made the papers to be model by model so that you'll be able to see them as they are. And the same way the papers are also how your questions will come. So you have about 5 questions to look at. And those 5 questions, I think you'll be answering 3 or 4. And then you look at them very critically, very critically. I don't think they are going to be very strange if you have actually attended these classes. But when you have not attended the classes, the questions might be looking strange. And if we understand the school we are in, you will know that despite I am teaching you on this course, another person will certainly say the question. But the question will never be outside the models you have done in this class. So you should be able to know that in our 7 classes, we're able to cover the 3 models you needed to get. And because we have covered those 3 models, that is the first model doing with the overview of the hospitality, the second model which deals with the sales, and the third model which did much with the administrations. We have been able to cover all of them, and you had about 15 units in them. I prepared your lecture material and your classes, how you will be able to read them and digest them easily. For those of us who also believe reading through the text, I mean the textbook proper or reading from online, I think, as I said, if you go through my lectures, the recorded lectures, you will never find your exams difficult, because I have made sure every point you needed to see in your exams has already been taken care of. So you need to read all through the models. You need to read very hard. I said, I am not the one that sets the exam. I also might not be the one to mark it. But as soon as you have read the papers, listened to your recorded lectures, I think there is nothing you will be lacking in that exam. It is going to be very interactive. Your exam is going to be very, very free if you have been able to look at those papers. So what I will encourage you today is to do everything possible to go to the facilitation page and download all those papers. I mean the lectures, they are all at the facilitation page. I have also done well to put it up in your WhatsApp link. Take the WhatsApp link and get them downloaded, all of them. It will help you a lot. It will also guide you a lot. So I'll be waiting to see you come out of your exams successfully. That will be my joy, to see that you come out successfully. So at this point, if we have questions, I want to listen to your questions. Habib, on your mic. Your mic is off. Habib. Yes, you are good now.
Okay. I said personally, I don't have any question.
Okay.
Because Marcella was explanatory enough, and your lectures to are explanatory enough. So I think all we have to do is just to read and prepare for the exam.
Okay.
Sorry, I couldn't join the class earlier. I got back late something. I just got back.
Most of you did not attend the online sections. I think it was only Success that was always there, and Precious, Eunice. Habib, you attended once, and Demola was always trying to log in, and the network would be logging her out. I understood all those things. But at the same time, why the online facilitation was made available is so that you can ask questions and understand what you were supposed to be doing. And then I have also watched through the links. Most of you don't look at the facilitation page. You don't know that as soon as you click on the facilitation page, I will know that you are coming there. And as soon as you download any of those materials, I will also know that you have downloaded it.
Okay.
Those things are there for your use. And most of you, in fact, all of you, have not downloaded those things. I know you have your test. I know you can read from your test. I know you can read from online. The first lectures, I did well to add videos from other sources. I did well to add magazines. I did well to add some newspapers. I would have wanted to do it in all our class sections, but I find out that the network was becoming bad as we progress. So I would always want all of you to try your best to look at those recorded classes and see how you can pick out substances from there. Success, do you have any question? Success, do you have any question?
You see online.
Yes, Success is there. Okay, Demola, do you have question? Demola, do you have questions? I guess the person using the iPhone is Precious. If you can hear me, do you have any question? Demola, do you have question?
No, sir.
Okay. So, Success, are you linked now? Do you have question? because the class is to interact. That's why I wanted you to ask questions so that we will be able to know how far we have gone.
Hello, sir.
Yes. Who is speaking? I'm listening. Success, I was asking if you have question. Your mic is not on.
No, sir, I don't have questions, sir.
Okay. The issue is that we needed to interact. That's the more reason I created this class, because by next week you'll be writing your exams. Some people are starting today. So I needed us to interact so that we know. Now, if we don't have questions, we also need to make an appraisal or review for the lecture so far, from the first lecture
Yes, sir.
to the last lecture.
No, tomorrow.
So we need to make a review on the classes. I will be asking a question: how did you see the classes? How did you see the classes? The ones you have listened to, the ones you entered on live section. If you are to assess them, what would you say? Yes, it's you to assess. Yes, Habib.
The class was okay. Actually, the best class I've had since I've been in this school. And they are all explanatory enough, well detailed, all the required information are there. So when I compare my course material, and there's even more details than what is in the course material, and you always explain them, and you try as much as possible to make sure that we understand everything. So I think for me, I'm good to go for the exam. So, and thanks to you, I personally really appreciate all your effort, both the YouTube videos and all. Thank you very much.
Okay. So, Demola, how would you assess the classes we had? Though I know you are tempted several times and you were logged out. So how would you be able to assess those classes?
Actually, I have not been able to go through like I told you earlier, the class on Friday. I want to attend the class. The lecture, the network here is very, very bad. So I could not, the network will take me out again once I tried logging into the class. So I just took a time.
Okay. Success, if you can hear me, we need you to make a review. So connect your mic, Success. I want you to make a review. You attended most of this class. Success, your mic is not connected. Connect your mic first. Your mic is not connected, Success. Connect your mic and give us a review.
You can't hear you.
I'm trying to send message so that she can read it. She actually told me that she's in the school and the place is very noisy. Success is connecting her mic now. So in a few minutes, she will be connected. Okay, Success, you are connected now. Your mic is connected. Having attended most of the classes, what I was asking is, how would you assess the class? How would you assess the classes? Success on your mic. All right, you are good. So how would you assess the classes?
The class what, sir?
What we are doing right now is to assess the classes attended or the recorded messages you had. So how would you assess them? You have been doing some activities in school, I understand. But now you need to give us some assessment on the classes you attended. Is there any question you have to ask so that we'll be able to know?
Okay. Let me bring out my books. I wrote something out.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
So I just want to ask that travel agents and tour operators, are they the same people?
Now, when you see travel agents, travel agents have their own functions, and their function might be related to the tour operators. Tour operators have more of packaging, arranging, destination management. Travel agents are more connected to ticketing, reservations. Do you get them now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, the travel agents makes more of the bookings,
Okay.
ticketings,
Okay.
reservations, and they have access to different airlines. So they can make reservation for you in different airlines. Tour operators can always come around and organize your trip. Let's assume you are coming to Abuja,
okay,
from Lagos, and you needed a travel agent. What a travel agent will do for you quickly is to book your tickets coming to Abuja from Lagos.
Okay, sir.
Now you need a tour operator who will now set you up in the terrain of Abuja, who will make reservation for you. If you're for conference, he will make reservation for you to have an accommodation in a hotel. He will be, or she will be the person to make reservations for your car hiring, all the rentals. Now, as good as this person, the person that will make you to go around all the places you want to go to, in as much as you are in Abuja is concerned.
Okay, sir. But
The success, we are still with you.
okay, sir. That means they have the same role, or they have different roles rather. If they outsource their roles, they have different roles. I'm trying to locate page 5 of the material.
Okay.
I think the role is there. I don't know if anybody is the material. My material is not numbered, so I'm just trying to check. Okay, yes, unit 4 of that should be module 2 or module 1. Yes, unit 4 of module 2.
Okay.
The heading is the role of travel agents and tour operators. But while checking through the material, they didn't really differentiate. Just one role they wrote together for both of them.
And that is why I said, if you are looking at what they do, it is interrelated. It is interrelated. In the normal circumstances, it's going to be so difficult to differentiate between the travel agent or the tour operator. But understanding what the activities are, that's why I said, for you, anybody doing travel agent, operation.
Okay.
You get it now?
Yes, sir.
If I'm doing travel agent, I can do tour operation. But tour operators simply are more concerned with your activity where you are staying.
Okay.
How you are going to move in those places you are staying.
Okay.
Your functionalities in those places. That is what is concerned more with the travel operators.
Okay.
While agent is concerned more on your reservations, on your exchange rates.
Okay.
Assuming you are leaving Nigeria to go to America, United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, Austria, Germany, Japan, you are looking for a travel agent. These travel agents have to advise you on the rate and the rate of the currencies at the moment.
Okay.
They are also to tell you what it looks with their weather. The tour operator can do the same thing. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
So the role is interchanging, but differentiating them, you will only do it according to their work.
Okay.
They are intertwined in what they do. Chika, you were raising your hands. If you can hear me, Success, hold on. Somebody is raising hand. Chika, you are raising your hand. Where are you?
I'm here, sir.
Okay. Yes, you are raising your hand.
My camera is not opening.
Okay. Is that what you want to say? I thought you were asking questions. Chika, are you the person using the iPhone? Chika, are you the person on the iPhone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Funke, are you there? Funke, are you there?
Yes, yes.
Okay, Funke, now your mic is on. Success, you can continue. Success, continue.
Okay, sir. I'm trying to look for something else that I want. Yes, regarding a manager and a leader.
Yes.
Can we have the two in can we have the two in an association? Okay, in a company. Can we have the two at a time? Or the manager can also serve as leader. You know, the manager is like the front man.
Now, when you talk about a leader and a manager is an implementer. A leader is an initiator. Now, if you say a leader, in as much as you have a company and you are making investment in that company, you are already a leader. You get it now? The manager administers what you leader wants him or her to do. So in one word, you can say that a manager is an implementer. He implements what the leader wants them to implement.
Okay. So let's assume people that bought
Go ahead.
Okay, people that bought shares, let's say First Bank, people that bought shares in First Bank, so they can be leader because they are part of the company.
Yes.
Are different from the person that's actually managing the company. So people that have shares with First Bank, is the leader in First Bank.
Of course, because they are part of those that determine what the managers do there.
Okay.
Yes, Funke, do you have something? I see you raising both
No,
up.
no.
Habib, what are you saying?
I said about the manager. Can the manager also be a leader in the sense that I think probably it has to do with the activities in the work environment. Probably when he, instead of just giving directions to someone, probably he's spearheading the
Most of the
project
question,
so that everything is going according to plan. And he's actually working there. Because there are some managers that does that. And whenever they want any activity to be done, they start it. They don't just tell them to go ahead. And I think that's one of the qualities of it.
Okay. Actually, I agree with you that managers can be leaders, but you know that when you come to activity or the role they are to play, the manager is responding to someone or responding for someone. So the manager don't have absolute control of everything.
Okay.
You get it now?
Yeah.
So, but a manager can grow to be a leader by getting what he or she wants to do accurately. I want to share the screen. Are you seeing the screen?
Yes, sir.
Are you seeing the screen?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Okay. Now, that a leader, the leadership goes back to many centuries in definition. But in the actual, we begin to look at what leaders are or who they are. Now, you can see that leadership, if you look at the distinction between the leadership and management, you can begin to see what it is. Managers work in the system. Leaders work on the system.
Okay.
Do you get it?
Yes, sir.
One creates, one implements. That is why I said, if we understand their role, we can use one word to differentiate it. These leaders are the creators, the managers are the implementers. So that is the distinction between the both. You can see, you can run it through. Managers work in the system, they react, they control risk, they enforce the organizational rules, speak and then follow direction, control people by pushing them in the right direction, coordinate effort. Leaders, on the other hand, work on the system, create opportunities, seek the opportunity, change organizational rules, provide a vision to believe in and strategic alignment, motivate people by satisfying their basic needs, inspiring achievement, and energizing people. You can see that the leader creates while the manager controls. So for a person who is a manager to be a leader is a process you need to pass through. Are we there?
Yes, sir.
Now, that is my note. In your material, this is what you have in your material. And your material says the manager administers, is a copy, a manager maintains, a manager focuses on the system and structure, A manager relies on control. A manager has a short-range view. A manager asks so and when. A manager has an eye on the bottom line. A manager initiates. A manager accepts the status quo. A manager does the right thing. Now, a leader, on the other hand, innovates, is original. A leader develops. A leader focuses on the people. A leader inspires trust. A leader has long-range perspectives on issues. A leader asks what and why. A leader asks the eyes on the horizon. A leader originates. A leader challenges it. A leader does the right thing. Now, you can differentiate both of them by the same word. You can see that a leader is a person that is always bringing things out, while the manager makes sure it is organized, it is arranged, it is maintained, it is getting the game expected to get. Are we there? Success, are you okay now?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. Any other further question? Okay, as we are waiting for the question, Success, you attended most of this class. What and how would you assess the class?
How will I assess the class as well, sir?
Yes, assuming you are asked to rate the class, you attended most of them. How will you rate them in your own view?
The lectures are understanding straightforward, and the teaching is really soft, except for the time that network just bother, and the screen that you share for actually clear to actually understand. The course materials you send to us, they are all straightforward. So I don't think anybody should really have a problem with that, except the network issue. So for me, the class with the reading and understanding, like it's almost like 10/10. It's straightforward.
Okay. So what effort would you want the school to make to improve this they have just started?
The Zoom classes.
Yes.
I think they should just make the rules on the timing. And, I think some people they don't check their mails. They send us mails for the classes. So most people don't really check their mails. Me, I don't check my mails. I just start checking my mails. So I assume there are people that don't check their mails. So if school can actually go through mock SMS, I think that will be easier. People will definitely check their SMS. They cannot check their mails. I know that, okay, this particular date, maybe they should do it like a day before the class, or maybe 2 days before the class, to just remind them.
Okay. That means you are suggesting we include bulk SMS.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So is there any other suggestion on how we can develop the live section? Any other person with view on how we will develop the live sections? Any suggestion on live section development?
Zoom classes are okay. And with the book SMS, like we said earlier, people will be able to create more awareness of it, especially people that are not really that much. So I think
Okay.
it's just like that.
Bulk SMS should be included. All right, that's very good one. Oh, we have taken note of that, and we'll make sure the information reaches the management soon enough. And then the next class or your next level of class, we'll see the implementations there. Whether you will see that your view also matters to us. And that's the only way we can develop what we are giving to you. The interaction class is centered on you, who is the student. So it's not on me, it is on you. So anything that we will do to make sure you are satisfied on getting your lectures, we will do it. That's the more reason to watch. I was able to create a WhatsApp link. I was able to create a Telegram link. And I tried everything possible to be sending you people messages on email. But success have made me understand that we don't check our emails. For us, email is more viable and functional. But the issue of the bulk SMS is an additional strategy. I think we will try and implement that. And that will be making us to ask the school to have your numbers. And more so, if we are to have your numbers, that means you people have to also give us correct numbers. Or some of you have their numbers on your registration forms. Those numbers, when they call them, they are not reaching out. And that's why so many people are missing on the activity. So, success, I thank you for that very view. Yes, any other suggestion on improvement?
I don't have any question. I just have a notice in my. The last time you posted about the attendance, notice in my.
Speak up, I'm not hearing you.
The last time you posted about the attendance on the WhatsApp, I noticed that my matric number was in there. Neither is my name.
Okay, when I posted the emails, right?
No, the attendance. You said the attendance.
No, those are the participants. That are your emails. Now, if you check it, those emails are what we use to send messages to you. If that email is correct, that is why you will receive our materials. That is where you will receive the messages sent. Why I publish it is that is how it is in the facilitation page.
Okay.
Yes.
I do think my name wasn't there.
That is exactly what they have for you on the facilitation page. So if you have not been receiving the materials, especially the materials for these lectures, please, after this interaction, send on the wall, send me your direct email so that I can forward those papers to you directly.
I do receive the classes, the recorded classes of my name. I do receive them.
You said?
I said I do receive the classes of my name.
Okay. All right. Yes, Funke, do you have anything to say for development for the classes? Chika, where are you? Do you have anything to say?
I'm here, sir.
So what do you have for the development for the classes?
What Success already said, like sending bulk SMS, because sometimes people don't get their emails.
Yeah.
So sending bulk SMS would be better.
Okay. That's good. All right. Funke, do you have anything to tell us? Funke, do you have
Okay, your
anything?
mic is not on. No. She's saying something, but her mic is not on.
Okay.
Thank you. Mine is concerning the timing. Why I decided to join the class today? Today is my off today because I work from Tuesday to Sunday, and my result time is 10 to. I don't know how they can rearrange. I mean, after the exam, maybe for the next semester, how they can rearrange the timing. Because where I work in a supermarket, and I can't, and they're not allowed to use phone on those floor. I don't know how you can rearrange the timing, like for the lecture. Why am I? I think I'm at home because it's my off day. I don't know concerning the timing. I don't know. I don't know if you can readjust. That's the exam when we're having the next semester.
Okay. For next semester, I don't know yet if I'm going to take you people on any course. But if I will, the only one thing you people need to do is as soon as Zoom classes starts, you will try your possible best to be online. Why these things are giving headache sometimes is when we will start arranging classes or the day of the classes, most of you will not be there to make decision. Yesterday night or yesterday morning, we were trying to debate on which time will be favorable for this lecture. Most of you didn't contribute because I asked you people to vote. If left for me, I would have done this class since 8 o'clock. But I wanted you people to do it when you people will have chance to come in for this class. So next semester, for me, I am going to suggest to the facilitation board that you people need time to choose your class. And that is to say that as soon as facilitation begins,